Obviously, it's still not enough to be competitive yet and win games and really be a team that can compete for EMEA. So, I mean, overall, like, everything has to get better, right?
Well, first of all, hello. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. You just lost against Gentlemates, but personally, you had a pretty good game. I just wanted to hear from you first what you thought of the series.
I thought overall the first two maps I was playing pretty well. Like, I had a really good understanding of how they were playing, and I was just playing well. Like, I was feeling super confident, no stress at all. And, even though we lost the first map, definitely felt like we could have won it pretty easily. And second map, obviously, I think we were just in like the driver's seat the whole game, and I felt like we were just doing really well. Third map, I was definitely like, I don't know why, I was just a little bit stressed on defense, so it kind of made the like I didn't do the things I needed to do to help us win the game, and I feel like I don't know my like role on the map, like I have to be really aggressive and be more, like denying them taking long, and I didn't do that at all. Or I did it a little bit, but I was like playing way more passive than I normally do. So I was just a bit stressed, and yeah, I think I cost us the last map.
Mm. But it was a bit more competitive this time around comparing to last week. Do you feel like you're evolving as a team?
I think we're getting better for sure. I think especially compared to like the last showing we had, I think we improved a lot as a team. I think I definitely got a lot more confidence since then, and I think I'm feeling super confident going into the next matches. Obviously, like for me, the first two maps were literally superb for me. I feel like I was super confident, and literally nothing could stop me. Last map, I would just say I faltered a little bit, and so we're just gonna go back and figure it out. To be honest, I don't think it's like a problem with the map ourselves. I think it was just like an individual thing.
Mm. I obviously want to talk a bit about your move back to EMEA, to your old org. How has it been overall for you?
It's been really cool. Obviously, the fans are amazing. They support me in ways like that I don't understand, to be honest. So it's really cool to be able to play for such an amazing fan base. And I think that, you know, it is obviously weird to be back here just because, I was in NA for a while and now I'm back here like right after like kickoff. So it's definitely been a transition, but I think overall I'm having a good time and I think, things will only go up.
Is it a big difference between the regions?
Um, I would say obviously the biggest difference is obviously I'm living in Germany instead of Los Angeles. I mean, it's definitely a different vibe. Definitely this team is more connected, I would say. So a lot of the time we're just all together hanging out and it's completely different than how it was for me in LA. Um, Obviously I think the competition is around the same. I think there are very good teams. I think there's obviously weaker teams and right now like I think parity between the regions is pretty even. I think obviously in NA they have like NRG and like G2 who are really good teams, but I think EMEA like obviously they have Fnatic, Liquid, who are like kind. I would say they're like a little bit worse right now, but I think over time they just like kind of scale and get a lot better. So I think we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Mm. And for you personally, you said their fans have been supporting you very much, and I know you. It was a rough time for you on Sentinels in kickoff. You got maybe a bit of backlash on your performance there. Do you feel like there's a different type of fan bases depending on where you are?
Uh, I mean, it depends, I guess. Like, it depends on how the fan base perceives you. But at the same time, like, if you perform well, people are gonna love you. If you perform bad, people are gonna hate you. Even if you perform well, people are gonna hate you. So it's kind of just all part of the profession. Um, Obviously, the difference between the fan bases is one of them is English speaking and one of them is French speaking, I guess. But no, it is very cool to be on an org like KC because the fans are extremely passionate and they're very dedicated to like their club, mainly because like I feel like esports teams in Europe and other countries have way more connection to like their national fan base than the United States is. Because like I feel like the United States just isn't as like, oh, this team is for the United States till internationals. But when you're in EU, EMEA competing, like there's a bunch of teams from different regions. So it's very cool, like the way the fan bases are super dedicated.
Mm. What ultimately made you decide to come back to EMEA?
I mean, mainly it was just opportunity. I think that after kickoff, when I got dropped from Sen, I think there's obviously in between kickoff and split one, there's not that much time for teams to make changes, and a lot of teams are dedicated to their rosters. So for me, I just knew it was an opportunity that would, I could potentially have, and obviously among that, there's obviously the fan base, the coaching staff, even the players. I think it's just like a good environment for me to be in.
Mm. And you've also gone from playing a duelist on Sentinels quite a lot to now being more of Faden. We saw you on Vito today. What's your role in this team? Do you feel like it's kind of the same as it used to be when you were back a few years ago, or has it evolved a bit?
I would say it's similar to how it is like back a few years ago. Obviously, I'm going to be playing a lot of scan initiator just because that role is what I'm most comfortable playing and I'm very good at. Obviously, in practice, my veto was incredibly good. Obviously, I was just super stressed and nervous in the map 3, so it didn't look as good. But I think in terms of like the player I am, I'm very flexible and I know how to play the game at a high level on multiple agents. And right now, like for me, scan initiator is just by far one of the strongest roles in the game, and especially if you're good at it, you can really like get a ton of value out of it. So it's very comfortable for me. And like I said, I can play any other role in the game, but I just think right now scan initiator is just like what I'm really good at.
Mm. And how are the vibes on the team? Because these are all players you haven't played with before. What do you think about Avis as an IGL? Because he's quite new, and just in general, the vibes.
I think the vibes of the team are really good. I think everyone is very friendly and everyone like I don't know, everyone likes to be around each other. Everyone's always like even, 5 hours after practice ends, we're all five in the same room still. So it's not like there's no like disconnect between us. So we're always together. We're always doing everything together. So it's very fun atmosphere. I think Aves as an IGL, I think he's picking up a role that is very difficult to be really good at. And I think so far he's been doing a really good job in terms of energy, the energy he brings to practice all day and his leadership. I think he's doing an insanely good job. And I think over time it's just going to get better and better. And I'm already pretty surprised on how good he is at how good he is at it so far.
Mm. Is there anything you've noticed while playing that maybe you as a new team have to work more on?
It's kind of hard to say. I mean, we've only played two officials, and we've had a good amount of practice, but we're still kind of trying to figure out our team identity, like what is going to work really well for us, what isn't working at all, or not working at all, but what are the better portions of our game, what are the weaker portions of our game, and I think we're slowly finding it, and I think you guys can see that as our improvements from week 1 to week 2. Obviously, it's still not enough to be competitive yet and win games and really be a team that can compete for EMEA. So, I mean, overall, like everything has to get better, right?
And I also wanted to talk to you a bit about, because you've said before that your confidence has been lacking after kickoff and such. Are you going in the right direction, do you think? Or how is your
Yeah,
confidence level?
I'm feeling very confident, to be honest. Like, I think coming into this game, I was feeling super confident, and I think it showed in maps 1 and 2, like I said. Again, for me, I think the biggest thing for me right now is mentally, like how well I can be committed slash like engaged in the game. Sometimes, like I said, like map 3, I was getting stressed and I wasn't able to properly think about how the game is being played. So it made it very difficult for us as a team to, close out the game. Obviously, I would say between week 1 and week 2, I've trained like so much harder than I normally train. So I definitely think it's paying off. And I think, it'll only, like I said, only keep going up.
Thank you so much, and good luck on your next game.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.